What's up, guys? Long time no see. I apologize for the lack of posts throughout the entirety of January. I simultaneously had a pretty busy month while also kind of taking an intentional rest. My church was actually doing a fast, and I put social media as one of my things for that fast. So I took time off of Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and basically anything that would kind of distract me during a work day, to take that time to fast from it. I also fasted from sweets, and so I'm happy to be, it was a 21-day fast, so it's done, it's over. I'm back on YouTube, back eating sweets, which is awesome for my taste buds, not necessarily my stomach. Anyways, I'm back. I wanted to make this video kind of as a January recap. I know the last vlog I posted was kind of like a, hey, I'm back, I'm gonna be vlogging all this stuff, and I literally said in that video, I've got jobs later this week that I'm gonna vlog. Completely forgot, kind of. I took pictures and was going to make a vlog, and then it slowly slipped away, and then the fast started, and then I got out of touch with YouTube, and all this stuff happened. Anyways, I am back. This video is going to be a January recap of all the projects I did throughout January. It'll be a relatively quick video because I didn't do a ton of BTS vlogging of any of them. I just kind of got a lot of pictures, but I worked a good amount in January. I actually had a really good month. Profit-wise, got paid for some December jobs, and overall had a really good month, really good start to the year. February's off to a good start already. If you can't tell, I'm actually in a hotel room, which is a really cool opportunity. I am just finished up day 2 of a 3-day gig in Indianapolis, kind of outside the city. The cool part about this opportunity, not only is that I'm traveling and working out of town and bringing on a buddy to work with me, who's in the bathroom right now about to take a shower, but I got this job. This is my first job that I got through YouTube. So if you guys are familiar with the YouTube vlogging scene, which I'm guessing you are if you're watching this video, Joel Gabrielson is another freelance DP who works all around the country. He's, from all the things I've seen, and now that I've met him and seen how he works, he's very well established. He's very well into the industry. He's got a whole nice van that he has loaded with a ton of gear that I had seen on YouTube. Now I've seen it in person. So anyways, the long story short is I got to work with Joel, and he brought me on because he saw my YouTube videos and I had seen his. We connected, and he knows roughly where my location is, and I've worked local to Indy before. So yeah, here I am on my first job that I got through YouTube. Super cool opportunity. When I started making videos, I wanted to network, I wanted to share my journey, and I wanted to just open up the conversation with the world for their thoughts on my work and their thoughts on my workflow and potential opportunities, and all of those have come to fruition already. So it's a really cool thing. I'm excited to be on here and doing this job with him, and he's been super great to work with, super great to hang out with. So yeah, again, this is going to be a quick recap of January. Now that it is starting to get into February, I want to recap January, go through the jobs I did, had some fun projects, and I've got more stuff coming up the pipeline. So thank you guys for your patience. This is my second time this year that I'm going to say I'm going to vlog again. I'm going to get back into it. Apologies for the holiday break and now the January break. I'm going to get back into it. As long as I'm working, there will be vlogs. I want to make another video after this one to go through some recent gear upgrades that I've made, just to kind of share with you. I think they're cool, and explain kind of my thought process behind them and where I want to go more with gear. But anyways, 4 minutes of me ranting is over. Check out the January recap.
3 degrees was the temperature on my first work day of January. That first shoot at the school, the sunrise was beautiful, which was good. And then had all my gear packed up that morning, eventually packed it into my car. We had to be very light on this day. It was a pretty run and gun type shoot. We had a lot of interviews to capture and a lot of B-roll. So my plan for the day was to be as nimble as possible. We were also in a school, so I wanted to have a small footprint if possible as well. So I acted as the DP. We had a director/producer on site, and then I brought on my buddy Kelvin, who you guys have seen before. to act as a boom op for the interviews, and then he also acted as a grip because, again, as run and gun as possible, the equipment we had with us was single camera, my Sony FX6. We had a boom mic on a pole. We had a tripod for the camera, as well as an easy rig for the camera for when I was shooting B-roll. So I'd take off the easy rig and put the camera on sticks when we were doing interviews, and then swap back to the easy rig once we were ready to shoot B-roll. And then Kelvin would boom the interviews, and then we had a single light. I brought a borrowed Nanlite 300 FS300B just on a stand with a lantern to basically just blast light wherever we needed it. So again, it was a very run and gun day, but that was what was going to work best for the client and what was going to work best for the shoot. So we stayed nimble, we stayed light, and it was a pretty good shoot. We got some solid interviews. Edits are already done for this project, so it was a very quick and easy project, but it was a cool story and some powerful testimonies and interviews, and so it was a cool project to start off January. The day after shooting this video, I took a complete 180 on types of projects and moved on to the Men in Black styled video that I talked about in my last vlog. It went really, really great. I thought the location was awesome. It was this big, giant warehouse. And so as soon as we set up frame, we were able to essentially kind of just execute my plan. Lighting wise, I think it turned out really great. This is a frame of the final shot from the scene. It was essentially a one take, but in the 1917 way where you hide a cut. And so the essential plot is this alien, quote unquote, is giving a distress call to the Earthlings asking for help. And then she is attacked and the camera falls over and she is, again, quote unquote, dragged off by this terrifying green alien. The whole video was super goofy and it was so much fun to shoot. We got it done in a couple hours, and this was a pro bono project, so I was happy to do it, and the concept was hilarious. So I thought it turned out really great. You can watch the final video on my website. Feel free to visit www.colinjung.com and check this video out. I thought it turned out really, really great. Back into corporate/commercial work. This was a gig I got randomly on LinkedIn. I have yet to get another job, and this is the first job I've gotten through LinkedIn. So I don't know how this happened, but an agency based in London was searching on LinkedIn for Cincinnati-based DPs, and they found me and they hired me, and I got to do this really cool shoot. Working with some pretty high up people. So just scrolling through a few BTS pics of this shoot, but we got to shoot in a pretty cool studio in downtown Cincinnati. They had a video wall, which sounds cool, but not only do video walls already have frequency issues in general when shooting video, but also we were shooting, again, the agency was based in the UK. So I was shooting at 25p, which I've never done before, and the guys at the studio have also never done before. They have an in-house video production team, and so we spent a good amount of the prep time just trying to figure out how to get rid or minimize the flicker on the camera due to us shooting in 25p. So we eventually got it to a pretty good place, but definitely if you are pixel peeping, there might be a tiny bit of flicker. Hopefully the editors can fix that. But yeah, got to bring my buddy Deontay on for this shoot. I'm super thankful and blessed to have opportunities to bring on friends that are also freelance in freelance video. So just gonna continue to praise God for allowing me to bring friends on and give them work. And overall, this shoot was great. It was pretty solid. Got to work in this cool studio environment and interview some cool people. Everyone was very nice, and overall it went pretty well, besides the chaos of figuring out the video wall. So just three static interviews. And I was conducting them, but there were questions prepared. And actually the first quote-unquote interview was mostly teleprompter stuff. So we did some pretty standard lighting things. We just used all the in-studio lighting. So all I had to set up was cameras. I had my FX6 and my FX3 both on sticks. Yeah, again, pretty simple and standard shoot. Boom mic on a pole, 2 cameras set up, one wide, one tight, and rocked and rolled throughout the day. The last thing I'll recap in this video, technically it was a February job, but I mentioned it at the beginning of the video, is the job with Joel Gabrielson. So again, huge shout out to Joel for bringing me on for this job. It was an awesome time getting to hang out with you and the crew, and getting to bring Cam on as well was awesome. So had a great couple days working in Indy with them and working an awesome gig. It was a pretty simple job for the most part. Obviously on Joel's part, that's where it gets a little complicated, supplying, I don't even know, 9 or 10 cameras and lights and sound and media and everything for all those. But the gist of it was a big roundtable discussion happening on the first floor of a house for the first couple days, with some interview setups going on in the basement. Cam and I were running the interview setups down in the basement, so we were running 2 cameras kind of wedged next to the bar, so a little bit uncomfortable, but I thought it looked pretty solid. And then the third day we moved to a different location, so we were having the same thing, running interviews and just kind of talking through people's testimonies and stories. The whole idea was talking about responsible and faith-driven stewardship of finances, which I think is a cool concept to merge those things together, to be both smart and steward finances well, but also be generous with what you have. So anyways, again, great project. Thanks again to Joel for bringing me on, and that was the end of January for me. So thanks for joining me on this recap video. I don't think that there will be more vlogs, at least anytime soon, that are like this. There'll be more kind of in-person, traditional style. But yeah, with everything going on, I just wanted to update you guys on everything that happened in January, and looking forward to a great rest of the year. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you on the next one.
No ifs, ands, or buts.